After being reborn, I decisively deleted all of Anthony Reed's contact information. He chose to attend the University of Washington in Washington, while I chose Cornell University in New York. My goal was to separate myself from him, to be far away where I would never encounter him again. When Anthony came back during the holidays and asked me out the spaghetti and flew abroad for vacation instead, I blocked his WhatsApp account and ignored his emails without replying. When he started working at my company, I immediately submitted my resignation letter. I didn't even want to see his back. In my previous life, I was obsessed with Anthony for 20 years and was let down by him for 20 years. In my 30s, I developed a terminal illness. As I was dying, Anthony was busy preparing for his wedding to marry Anna Allen, and Grace Reed, the adopted daughter we had raised together, was sweetly helping him arrange his suit. I died alone in that hospital room, drawing my last breath. I would never walk down such a ridiculous path again. When the heart monitor let out a hissing alarm, I was staring intently at hospital room ceiling. I had struggled to live for 35 years, but I never imagined my life would end in this small room reeking of disinfectant. A voice rang out, blood pressure dropping continuously. Quick, prepare the epinephrine. The shouts of doctors and nurses gradually grew distant. I had no family by my side, no friends to see me off on my final journey. Anthony should be at the wedding venue right now, placing that diamond ring on Anna's finger, the ring he never bought for me. And Grace, whom we had raised together for 10 years, was probably sweetly holding their ring. How ironic. The people I had loved with everything I had was celebrating my disappearance at the final moment of my life. In the last second before my consciousness faded, I made a wish. If there's a next life, I never want to meet Anthony again. A voice called out, Eleanor, get up, you're going to be late. Eleanor Ward is my name. My mother Chloe Ward's voice yanked me back to reality. I opened my eyes to see my 18-year-old bedroom. Light blue curtains hung beside my desk, which was piled high with study material. The University of Washington's admission brochures from previous years were still posted on the wall. Today was 2 months before the SAT. I had been reborn. I walked to the mirror. The reflection showed no traces of time's passage, no wrinkles from long-term depression, no gauntness from chemotherapy. I had smooth long hair, bright eyes, and a healthy body. Tears flowed down my cheeks involuntarily. What's wrong? Did you have a nightmare? Chloe asked. She handed me a towel with concern. I quickly replied, I'm fine, Mom. I wiped away my tears and showed my first smile since being reborn. I just suddenly figured some things out. I said, on this day in my previous life, I had an emotional breakdown over a failed exam. By then, Anthony was still the boy I had a crush on. He comforted me. From that moment on, I began my 20-year obsession, but this time I scored in the top 10 of my grade. Eleanor, you're amazing, my deskmate Luna Taylor said excitedly. She patted my shoulder and continued, the math was so difficult this time, but you did so well. I smiled, not rushing to tell Anthony about my good grade like I did in my previous life, because I knew that right now Anthony was at the court receiving a bottle of water from Anna. In my previous life, I had run over crying about my poor performance. Anthony happened to be drinking that bottle of water then, but back then my head was full of romantic thoughts. I only heard Anthony's comfort and didn't notice Anna's sarcastic remarks beside him. Luna, which university do you want to attend? I asked casually. Luna replied, Cornell University in New York. Both my parents work there. She sighed and continued, but you know, my grades haven't been great. I'm not confident. In my previous life, I had chosen the University of Washington where Anthony was going without hesitation, giving up better option, but this time I wouldn't. Let's work hard together. I want to go to New York too, he said. Luna's eyes widened. Didn't you always say you wanted to go to the University of Washington with Anthony? Though change, I said softly. I looked out the window. Anthony was embracing Anna's waist. I suddenly think New York sounds nice, I said. On the day the SAT ended, our entire class had dinner together. Anthony unexpectedly sat next to me. He handed me a glass of juice and asked, I heard you going to New York. Didn't you say before that you wanted to stay in Washington?